Wait, did the IRS just owe you money for having kids? That's not a joke. It sounds like one of those weird TikTok conspiracy theories, but trust me, it's 100% real. If you're a parent living in the US, you might be leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year, just because you didn't know how to claim something called the child tax credit. In fact, last year alone, millions of eligible families didn't even claim this credit simply because they didn't know how it works or thought it was too complicated. But don't worry, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to claim your money, legally and easily even if you've never done it before. So grab your favorite drink, maybe even call your spouse over, because we're about to break this down in a way that even a 15-year-old can understand. Let's dive in. What is the child tax credit, and why should you care? Let's start with the basics. The Child Tax Credit (CTC) is a tax benefit that the US government gives to parents or guardians who are raising children. It's like the government saying, hey, raising kids is expensive, we get it. So here's some money back to help with that. For tax year 2023, which you file in 2024, you can get up to $2,000 per qualifying child. And the cool part, up to $1,600 of that could be refundable, meaning even if you owe no taxes, you can still get money back as a refund. This isn't a deduction, it's a credit, which means it directly reduces the amount of taxes you owe. For example, if you owe $3,000 in taxes and you qualify for a $2,000 child tax credit, you now owe just $1,000. Pretty awesome, right? Who qualifies for the child tax credit? Here's the part where things get a little technical, but I promise to make it super simple. To claim the child tax credit, the child must meet a few criteria. 1. Age test. The child must be under age 17 at the end of the tax year. 2. Relationship test. They must be your son, daughter, stepchild, foster child, sibling, half-sibling, or even a descendant like a grandchild or niece, nephew. 3. Support test. The child must not have provided more than half of their own support during the year. 4. Dependent test. You must be able to claim the child as a dependent on your tax return. 5. Citizenship test. The child must be a US citizen, US national, or US resident and must have a valid social security number. 6. Residency test. The child must have lived with you for more than half of the year. Sounds like a lot. Don't worry, it basically just means if you're raising your kid and they live with you most of the time, you likely qualify. How much can you actually get, and why it changes? The full $2,000 credit is available per child if your income is under certain limits. Once you earn more than those limits, the credit starts to phase out, meaning you get less. Here are the phase-out thresholds: $200,000 for single filers, $400,000 for married couples filing jointly. If your income is above these amounts, your credit will reduce by $50 for every $1,000 over the limit. Now here's a fun fact. In 2021, due to the American Rescue Plan, the child tax credit was temporarily increased to $3,600 per child for kids under 6 and $3,000 for those aged 6 to 17. People loved that. But unfortunately, that was just for 1 year. For now, it's back to $2,000, unless Congress decides to update it again. How to claim the child tax credit step by step. Alright, let's get to the good stuff. How do you actually claim this credit? Step 1. File a tax return. Even if you don't owe any taxes or aren't required to file, you must file a tax return to claim the child tax credit. You can use Form 1040 or 104 OSR, and it has to be submitted to the IRS. Step 2. Fill out the dependents section on your tax form. You'll see a section for dependents. This is where you'll list your child's full name, social security number, relationship to you, number of months they lived with you. This is where many people mess up. Make sure the name and social security number exactly match what's on their social security card. Even one wrong letter can cause a rejection. Step 3. Use Schedule 8812. This is the magic form for the additional child tax credit, which is the refundable portion. It helps calculate if you're re-eligible to get up to $1,600 per child as cash back, even if you don't owe taxes. Most online tax software, like TurboTax or H&R Block, will walk you through this automatically, but it's good to know the Form S name in case you're reusing a professional or filing manually. What is the additional child tax credit? This part can be confusing, so let's break it down. If your income is low and you don't owe enough in taxes to get the full $2,000 credit, you might still be able to get up to $1,600 as a refund through the Additional Child Tax Credit (ACTC). For example, let's say you only owe $500 in taxes, but you qualify for $2,000 in CTC. The IRS will apply $500 to wipe out your taxes and potentially give you $1,600 back in cash free and clear. The ACTC has its own income requirements and is based on your earned income. So if you don't make at least $2,500 per year, you may not qualify for the refundable portion. Earned income and why it matters. So what counts as earned income? It's basically the money you make from working a job, W-2, freelancing or self-employment, $1,099 running a business. It doesn't include stuff like child support, welfare, or unemployment benefits. This is important because your earned income determines whether you get the refundable part of the credit. Fun fact, the average refundable portion per family in 2022 was about $1,200, but many people didn't know they could even claim it. What if you share custody? Who gets the credit? This one's tricky. If you share custody of a child with an ex, only one parent can claim the child tax credit per year. Usually, it's the parent who the child lived with for more than half the year. But sometimes, divorced parents agree to take turns claiming the credit each year. Important tip: if you're the non-custodial parent and want to claim the credit, you'll need Form 8332, which is a signed release from the custodial parent. What if you missed it in previous years? Can you still claim it? Absolutely. You can file or amend your returns for up to 3 years back to claim missed child tax credits. So if you didn't claim in 2021 or 2022, you can still get that money. Yes, really. Just file an amended return using Form 104OX and make sure to include all the correct dependent info. IRS letters and how they help you if you got advance payments during 2021. You might remember IRS letter 6419. It told you how much you received and what you still qualified for when you filed. While the advance payments have ended for now, always save any IRS letters about tax credits, as they'll make tax season way easier. Common mistakes to avoid. Let's talk about a few ways people mess this up and how you can avoid them. 1. Missing social security numbers. Your child must have an SSN issued before the due date of your tax return. No SSN equals no credit. 2. Wrong filing status. If you file as single instead of head of household, you might get a smaller refund. 3. Forgetting to file. If you don't file a tax return, you can't get the credit even if you're eligible. Always double-check your information or use a reputable tax filing service. Other related credits you should know about while you're at it. Check out these other benefits. Earned Income Tax Credit, EITC, up to $7,430, depending on your income and number of kids. Child and Dependent Care Credit, for working parents who pay for childcare. Savers Credit, if you contribute to a retirement account, even just a little. These can stack up and result in major refunds. Don't miss out. Don't let free money slip away. Here's the thing. Raising kids isn't cheap. You've got food, clothes, school stuff, maybe daycare, and now inflation's just adding to the pile. But the government has set aside money to help people like you. You just need to know how to claim it. The child tax credit is not some loophole. It's your right. So don't let confusion or procrastination stop you from getting back what's yours. Whether you're a new parent, a single parent, or someone who's just been ignoring their tax situation, this is the year to get it right. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button so more families can find this information. Subscribe to Finance Sensibility for weekly videos that make money and taxes make sense without the boring jargon. And let me know in the comments, did you claim your child's tax credit this year? Or are you about to go back and grab your refund? Till next time, take care and keep your finances smart and sensible.